The Lord is a stronghold for the oppressed, a stronghold in times of trouble. And those who know your name put their trust in you. For you, O Lord, have not forsaken those who seek you. That's Psalm 9 and 10. And this past Sunday, Pastor Matt dug us into Psalm 9 and 10, which are your verse, even deeper. Welcome to Walking and Chewing. This is going to be a weekly vlog that I do, and I'm glad that you're here to think and reflect with me on Sunday morning, on Wednesday afternoon. That's the purpose of this, for us to think pastorally and practically about what Sunday's message means in your life. One of the things that Pastor Matt talked about on Sunday was a Barna poll. And in that Barna poll, an astounding 81% of Americans self-identified as having a personal relationship and having made a personal commitment to Jesus Christ. Well, that's pretty remarkable news. Our work must be done here. Time to move on. Time to move from this land and do a work where it really matters. But of course, that's not the case. In the follow-up question to that, to those 81%, the question was asked if they were totally committed to deepening their personal and spiritual walk, and an astounding 18% of those 81%, only 18% said yes, that they were totally committed to deepening their spiritual walk. Well, that's just remarkable that only 18% would respond yes. Now, if you're listening to this, you're probably one of those 81%, but are you one of those 18%? Are you totally, personally committed to deepening your spiritual walk with Christ? Are you totally personally committed to deepening that walk with Him, to seeking after Him, to yearning after Him, to figuring out what it means to have Him be the one who guides and directs you? Well, I think that's a difficult question. I think oftentimes one of the ways that we get tripped up when we think about that question is we get tripped up because we think about that in a huge way, in a meta way. We think about, well, what does it mean for me to be totally committed to something? How do I do that in the abstract? But I think that the real question for us today is not the abstract question of how do I totally commit myself to deepening my spiritual walk? How do I totally commit myself to seeking after God in my lifetime? I think that the question is, how do I commit myself to seeking after God this afternoon? Maybe you're on your way home on a commute. Maybe you're picking up your kids. Maybe you're headed to a meeting. What are you going to be doing this evening? Are you going to be around the dinner table? You're going to be watching television maybe? What does it mean, not for you to seek God in the abstract, in the huge sense, but in the small sense? What does it look like for you to seek God this afternoon? What does it look like for you to be totally committed to Christ today? That's the question for us. And that's what I'm praying for you today. That's what I'm praying for me. That this afternoon would be an afternoon of seeking Christ. That this afternoon would be an afternoon devoted of us, God's people, to seeking after the one who has sought after us. Have a great day. I'll see you next week.